She didn't set out to destroy them. Not at first. It began with a sign. A clean, white, laminated sign nailed to the iron gate of Crestwood Estates. No food delivery vehicles permitted. No explanation. No exceptions. Just authority, frozen in print. The residents called it community standards. The board called it protecting property values. To the people who actually lived there, the elderly, the disabled, the single parents working double shifts, it was isolation dressed as order. When the Uber Eats driver pulled up one rainy Thursday evening, confused but polite, and dropped a burrito on a porch without ever crossing the gate, no one thought twice. Not until Greg, the HOA's self-appointed gatekeeper, filed a formal complaint against the resident. She watched it unfold. Not with rage. Not with tears. With quiet calculation. And then, she moved. Not as a victim. Not as a rebel. As an archivist. A lawyer. A witness. And what followed wasn't revenge. It was the collapse of a system built on lies. I didn't live in the HOA. I used to. I bought a townhouse here 3 years ago, quiet, safe, near the river. Then the HOA board got a new president, a retired accountant named Marjorie, who thought community standards meant banning anything that smelled like joy. No grills. No Christmas lights after December 26th. And yes, no food delivery vehicles. Her logic. It attracts undesirables and lowers property values. Never mind that 70% of residents were over 65, disabled, or worked nights. Never mind that my neighbor, Mrs. Ruiz, had to walk 2 miles in the rain to get insulin because her grandson couldn't deliver her meds. I complained. I emailed. I showed up to meetings. Got yelled at for being emotional. Got told I was too confrontational when I cited fair housing laws. The HOA's legal counsel. A guy who once told a tenant she shouldn't have moved here if she wanted convenience. I stopped fighting. I started documenting. I recorded every rule violation. Every arbitrary fine. Every time someone got penalized for hanging a towel on their balcony or parking their sedan too close to the curb. I filed everything with the city. With HUD. With the State Attorney General's office. I even had a lawyer on retainer, just in case. Then came the day the Uber Eats driver showed up. He wasn't even trying to sneak in. He pulled up to the gate, confused, read the sign, called the customer, got told, just leave it at the gate, and did. He parked on the street, grabbed the bag, jogged up the sidewalk, dropped it on the porch of Unit 17. Greg saw him. Greg called the HOA hotline. The driver got reported. The HOA sent a cease and desist letter to the customer. That's when I acted. I didn't confront Greg. I didn't post on Nextdoor. I didn't even tell the driver. I went to the driver's profile. Found his name, Marcus. 24, 2 kids. Worked 12-hour shifts. Got a 4.8 rating. Then I posted a Reddit thread. Not angry. Not ranting. Title: Am I the a-hole for letting a food delivery driver drop off a meal at an HOA that banned deliveries, then suing the HOA for discrimination? I didn't name names. I didn't show faces. But I included the HOA's official rule. The date and time Marcus delivered. The fact that Marcus was not on HOA property, just the sidewalk. The fact that the HOA fined the resident for allowing a prohibited vehicle to enter the community, even though the vehicle never entered. A screenshot of the HOA's own bylaws. No commercial vehicles shall be permitted within the community boundaries. I added a footnote. the HOA has a history of selectively enforcing rules against residents who rely on delivery services. I've filed 14 formal complaints. They've never responded. Until now. Within 2 hours, it blew up. A local news station picked it up. HOA fines family for food delivery. Driver never entered property. Then a civil rights lawyer reached out. Then a reporter from the Texas Tribune. Then the Department of Housing and Urban Development. The HOA panicked. They tried to rescind the fine. They sent a groveling email to Marcus, "We apologize. We didn't know you were just a delivery person." Marcus didn't respond. He just forwarded the email to me. I forwarded it to HUD. With a note, pattern of retaliation. Attempted intimidation of a delivery worker. This is not a mistake. This is systemic. Then I did the final thing. I dug up the HOA's insurance policy. Found a clause, excludes coverage for claims arising from discriminatory enforcement of covenants. I sent them a letter. You fined someone for a delivery that never entered your property. You targeted a resident for having a delivery. You have a documented history of selective enforcement. I am filing a civil suit under the Fair Housing Act. You have 14 days to rescind all fines, remove the ban, and publicly apologize, or I take you to court with the full weight of public scrutiny and federal oversight. They didn't apologize. They tried to sue me for defamation. I countersued. And then, the kicker. I pulled the security footage from my own driveway, the one facing the HOA entrance. It showed Greg, the HOA enforcer, walking up to Marcus at the curb, pointing at the car, yelling, "You're not allowed here." Then turning around and walking back to the gate, where he waved another delivery driver in. Because the guy driving was Marjorie's son. Delivering her sushi. The HOA had a double standard. And I had it on tape. I posted it. The video went viral. The HOA board resigned within 48 hours. 3 members were fired by their own management company. The city placed the HOA under federal monitoring. All fines were rescinded. And the ban on deliveries. Gone. Marcus got a $500 gift card from a local food bank, and a job offer from a non-profit that trains delivery workers to document HOA abuses. I didn't get paid. I didn't want to. I just wanted them to stop pretending they were above the law. She didn't win a trophy. Didn't get a headline. Didn't even ask for thanks. What she won was something quieter, and far more powerful. She won the truth. And in a world where rules are bent for the privileged and broken for the quiet, she proved that the most dangerous thing you can do isn't break the system. It's record it. Document it. Let it rot in the light. The HOA didn't fall because she yelled. It fell because she didn't. She let the silence speak. And the world listened. Not the whole. You were the quiet force that made them answer for it. And now. No one in Crestwood Estates will ever forget what a burrito, a sidewalk, and a camera can do.